Hello, hello. Welcome to Finding the Voices. To everybody who is watching, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are tuning in from. As you can see, it's morning from me. I'm loving the sun rays, which I'm enjoying. And you can see already in our screen, we have a lovely, lovely, lovely guest speaker from Imphal, Luxmibai
Hi.
Soubam.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. So this is a part of People of Manipur, wherein we have been calling guest speakers, specifically focusing on Manipur, so that we all learn about who is doing what, and we have invited Luxmibai Soubam because she is a woman entrepreneur and she is a co-founder of Teakore Products and Hummingbird Delivery Service. And I have heard about these products and I have seen the delivery service and I was like, wow, I want to know how all this came about. So here we are. So welcome,
Thank
Luxmibai.
you so much, Jay. Thank you so much. Very happy to be on your platform.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right. So, how about we start with a little bit of introduction from you? And I always love to hear about your childhood, how you grew up, and because I truly believe that our childhood, our experiences shape what we want to become, what we achieve. So, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ichi. My name is Soubam Luxmibai and Luxmibai Soubam. That's how I use it. Then people call me Luxmi lovingly. I was born in Imphal, but mostly brought up in Delhi because my parents are doctors. My father is a doctor, my mother is a physiotherapist, and we moved to Delhi. They started working in AIMS in late 90s. So that's how me, along with my three siblings, we moved to Delhi. And I completed my academic all class 10, 12 graduation in Delhi. I am a BTech biotechnologies graduate, and I have done my MBA in international business management. Uh, Till then, I was still, exploring like what would my career be. But then I also realized that I wanted to, give back to the society. I wanted to work for the betterment of the society. So about starting a business or doing something good for the society back in Manipur, especially because Manipur has been a inflicted zone for a long, long time, and people need to move out from that the what do you call the
Yep.
stuffiness. They need to explore what is going outside the world. So uh, that is how the idea of starting a business came into my mind. But after I completed my MBA, I joined a business consulting company in Mumbai. Uh, that was a consulting firm like what we see in big companies. You have McKinsey, you have BCG, then you have KPMG, who are like helping them grow. And so there was this company called Ira Consulting in Mumbai, and they consulted in the area of small and medium enterprises. So I became a business consultant for more than 5 years, working with the small and medium companies in Mumbai, working with them, helping in streamlining their business processes, then helping them in strategizing, etc. So that's where I also got a first hand in how you a business should be run, a lean model of running the business. And after I got married, me and my husband, we decided to, start a company along with two friends in 2015. So that is when our first, that is when the journey of business and being an entrepreneur started. So that's how it began. So should
Yeah,
I continue?
yeah. Also, I know that you are a mom, so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I have two kids. So one is almost 6 years old, the eldest one, and the second one is going to be 2 years old next month.
yeah, and I love mentioning this because I'm all for empowering women, and I am so happy to see you, a young mother with young children coming up, pursuing, what you want for your career, expanding on your business, and I lead a team of high achievers. So to all my high achievers, Lakshmi definitely is an example that on how you should not give up your dream, and you can definitely have a balance of being a mom and also pursuing what you want. So do
Right,
you
Ichi.
want
Thank
to?
you so much because
Yes, go ahead.
uh, I can you just repeat? You asked something.
Yeah, so do you
Hello.
want to talk a little bit about balancing act of being a mom and your business world?
Definitely, definitely, AJ, because that is where the the I don't know, the magic is, because uh, it's like, two babies, and then you have another two babies.
Yes.
Babies are also like babies. You have to keep nurturing them. So it's like, I won't say it's a work-life balance. It's a mix of everything. It's a whole of balancing everywhere. So I'll tell you, I we started this company when I had my first child, and he was 9 months old. So from there, I mean, it's not like I was the one who was doing everything, because we have a team, and this is where I realized that teamwork is very important. You
Yes.
have and even in a company, or even being parents, you need a team to take care of your child, to feed them, to look after, it's a teamwork everywhere, I would say. So it's been a little tiring, at the same time very enjoyable journey for me, being a mother, being a co-founder, uh, in both ways. uh, for me, I would say that yeah, giving up is not an option for any entrepreneur and being a mother.
I love that. I love that. I have to clap you for that. Yes, giving up is not an option. Uh, I definitely, echo that we have to carry on because sometimes I have seen my friends, I have seen people who definitely have suffered from depression and self esteem when they have had such a high flying career and they gave it up after becoming a mother. So, it's really important that we keep sharing that, yes, at times it is really tiring, particularly physically too, right? Like I remember when my children were much, much younger. Of course, they are still young, but at least now I don't, they can take their own shower, they can
uh,
take out food from the fridge and they can heat it up and eat it while if I'm on a call, so I remember to be very tired physically, not only mentally. So yeah, so thank you for sharing that part of your life that giving up is not an option.
True. So it's not like I had no bad days. I have had many bad days being a mother, because I am someone who needs lots of sleep. I mean, from the beginning, and I was not getting the amount that I need. So sometimes I used to go crazy, like I became a zombie kind of a thing. But it's a part of it. You
Yes.
come out of it, after a phase. And even with the business, like, when I am not able to take care of it that well, I let it stay a little dormant. I take it slow, But again, it's not like, okay, I give up on it. So you can go slow, but it's not like you should never give up. That
Right,
is,
right.
yeah, that is a message that I want to give to all the women and the women entrepreneurs here.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And, just to add on, like taking slow, I think it is okay for all of us to take a break, to take it slow, to balance out, our physical need, our environment need at that time. Like, for example, I took breaks, when both my children were born, I took almost 1 year in between. But I knew in my mind that I'm going to be back, right? So that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mindset
That's very
has.
important. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very
so it is okay, right? It's okay for us to take a break and choose to be there full time for the child, or whatever you choose, whatever you are comfortable with. But having that mindset that, yeah, this is temporary. And also to your point about a team, right? When you run a business, you have a team, but even in the house, it's your family, it's
yes,
them, they are your team. When they support you, you can perform and you can, achieve what you want. So
true,
good.
true.
On that note, I love the way how we started our show.
Thank
Very
you, thank
empowering. So let's talk about your first initiative, and tell us about how you started. How did you come up with the name? How did you, add on the different products? Because I
you.
know
Yes,
that there are a lot of, cute, small products.
it's true. So, like in 2015, when we started the company, we registered. The name is Swerve India Private Limited. Swerve means, going from moving away from the normal paths. So that is how the name came up. It wasn't just me who, start named the company. It was my husband, my the other two friends. So that's how we started a little different from what everyone is doing right now. So that's how the name of Swerve India Private Limited came up. And Swerve was built as a company, or I would say, with a concept, as a concept of being a startup studio. So what we do in startup studio is like we have multiple ideas, that comes up. We brainstorm it, we work on it, and whatever, whichever comes out successful, we churn it out as a separate company or a separate entity. So that's how we started experimenting with many ideas. Initially there was one technical technology based app. There were many actually. So out of these many, Teakore and Hummingbird were also one of the ideas that came up. So Teakore was started as a brand, but I would say now we have turned it out as a separate company last year successfully, as a separate entity, which is not a part of Swerve anymore, which is, and Hummingbird is still part of Swerve. And I will tell you, it's a contribution of everyone, but the naming, and then the idea are something, somebody initiates the idea and then we make it work. So Teakore was started with an objective of bringing out a product or a service, something which is very unique to Manipur, but which can go global, which has got a global audience. So that's how we realized that, okay, we have many unique things in Manipur, even naturally found. If we say you have chahao, which is now we've got GI tech and all, but again, those are areas which we were not. Uh, there were people already working with it. So we thought, like, let's find something which is very unique. So that's how Teakore came out. Teak, as the name suggests, teak plus ore. So ore is something valuable which is occurring naturally. So and in Manipur we have Burma teak. Burma teak is something that it's a wood which has got the very unique qualities, such as being antibacterial, which is naturally water resistant. If we remember, in olden days, before the ships were made of steel and all this metals, it was all the people who used to sailors used to make boats out of teak, because it is last long in water for years. So teak has this very unique quality, and it is naturally termite free also. So we said, okay, why don't we make something out of teak, which would be uh, a beneficial, or which can be sold all over the world. So that's how the kitchen accessories, teak as a made out of kitchen accessories came up. So Teakore was a brand of food safe kitchen accessories, uh, such as like cutting board, chopping board. You have spatula. We have pizza peel. Uh, so we have many more, ideas which we want to add, but right now we have very limited resources, and I have very little time to work on it. But all the ideas are underway. So yes, Ichi
Yeah, and
showing the my
yeah,
products on screen.
and I'm just pulling up the website, for our listeners and our viewers, as Lakshmi is talking about it. Look at this. This is so beautiful. You
Yeah,
can
that's
go to
my
the
chopping
website
board.
and
Yeah,
check it out.
that's a chopping board where you can use it, and it's multi-purpose. Actually, you can use it as a serving, chopping. Then we have cutting boards, then rolling pins. Uh, yeah, pizza peel.
So, where is the production line? Like, is that in Manipur?
Yeah, it's purely in Manipur. Manufacturing, we do it here. I have a shade, a work shade in Lilong.
Okay.
That's where we do the manufacturing. But again, this is something like I do not have to continuously manufacture it, because I'm not manufacturing them in volume, in huge volume. I have we have manufactured it, and then we have a warehouse in Uripok, where the warehouse is shared with Hummingbird office. So that's where I keep my inventory. Then I also send to this the warehouse of Amazon and pepper fry. So I'll let you know, like I sell most of my products online, because I don't have a store here, a physical store of Teakore separately. I keep some stuff in Horizon store, which is in Lumphale. But since the I think my customers are very local, and I mean very few buy my product locally, because they think that see, one thing I would say is that in Manipur, teak is abundant. People don't really find it very unique, because it's everywhere, okay, for
Hmm.
them. But they so that's why maybe they're not able to appreciate it, because they said, oh, it's found very cheaply here, so why it's such a and my products are a little high end in the pricing side also, because I use the best quality wood. Then I also make sure it's a food safe product, because all the raw materials that I'm using, they are FDA approved food safe raw materials, like the glues. I import them. I don't, because the products available in Indian markets are not food safe, food grade products. So I use the food grade raw materials. I import them. I produce my own, polish wood wax, which are again, I import the raw materials from outside, from US, especially, just to make it, food safe. So with Teakore, I try to provide a premium quality product and make it food safe. So food safety is the focus of my product,
Mhm.
because nowadays people are very conscious about their health, what they're eating, and even like what comes in contact with their food. So while chopping your vegetable or meat, and if you're doing it on your plastic chopping board, pieces of your, you know, plastic chopping boards are going in your food. People don't realize
Yeah.
that, because it's, we don't see it, you know, it's tiny
Yeah,
particles
it is
going,
tiny.
which is not, you know, and it hampers your metabolism. You know, there are many side effects which people don't really realize it. So this is where I wanted to, you know, focus. Best quality, you know, teak wood product which is safe, food safe. So
Yeah.
that's,
No, that's awesome. And thank you for mentioning the quality part. So, how many people are employed for the production? Um, and that's the first part of the question. And the second part is, which is the best selling product? I know that
okay.
since you have, yes.
So I'll for manufacturing, I have employed 4 carpenters, and my products are handcrafted. So it's not like, you know, I have a heavy machinery, you know, doing all this, but we have very basic cutting, you know, machines, and all the curving, polishing, everything is done hand by hand. So it's a purely product. And I have 4 carpenters, but now I have kept it on the what do you call, based on the work. I don't put them on salary these days,
Oh,
because in the work, I don't have much work. And I also do some local, you know, manufacturing, so that I keep them engaged, because
yeah.
so I do customized furniture manufacturing, like for offices and for wedding uh, furniture. But those are like only known people come to me, my friends. I am not doing at a, you know, large scale. So that's how I keep my 4 carpenters engaged these days.
Okay. Yeah. So, I love your product. I love wood. I myself buy a lot, right? And I really did not know that we have this production right from Manipur, right? And
Right.
it is going more, I guess, right now, from what I'm hearing, it is not so much, I guess, um, it's going more in the Indian market, right?
Right, right.
Right. But maybe I think people are not aware of the product, right? So now that
Yes,
we know that we have your product and it is available in Amazon and other platform also, and
right.
your own website, we can order it. And we all, like, as individuals, we order it, we give gift to people. And so I
Right.
just wanted to seed a thought to all our listeners, right? We have a lot of listeners all across India, or people like me who are out but who wants to give a gift to somebody in India. Think about like products like this, right?
Definitely, definitely. But one thing I would tell you right now, Ichi, is that I have kept all my products out of stock on Amazon and Pepperfry because of the Corona situation. Because all my products, I'm not able to ship it to their warehouse currently.
Yeah,
So if anybody wants to buy it, then you have to please buy it from my website directly. That's when I can ship it to you. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
otherwise I have put my account little inactive on Amazon, because of the I need to replenish my stock there, and
yeah,
I'm finding it a little difficult with the logistics currently.
yeah, yeah. But
So
that's just a temporary phase, right? So, but
right,
it is
right,
good that you have set the process for people to order it online. And right now, online is the new booming thing, particularly in this situation too, right? So to
wanted
tell
to
me
like
about which
work
is
it.
the
Yes, yeah.
tell me about the best selling product, like which
Oh yes.
product goes more.
Very interestingly, if you see, there's a photo of my wood wax.
Yeah,
There is that.
this
Yeah,
one.
that's the best selling product for me,
Okay.
because oh, people buy it for multiple reasons. Maybe they put it for on their cutting boards, chopping board, and apart from that, they use it for their furniture also. So, which is
Got it.
something I did not realize it. See, this wood wax was not planned to be in my list in the beginning, but when we started experimenting with my, making it food safe polish, we manufacture it by ourselves. Right? So that's when we did it for ourselves, for in-house use only, not for sale at all. Then we thought, like, why not just try selling it, because we couldn't find any wood wax products available in the market in India.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. So that's how we started selling it, and it became a hot product out of all my in the list. Then apart from that, I have this big the cutting boards are big. Okay.
Hmm.
So the cutting boards, people are buying it. I've seen even the food bloggers. I saw them using it on YouTube. Then I realized, oh, that's my product.
Yeah.
So, so it's something, the cutting board, it's big. You can use it for cutting meat. You can use it for chopping herbs. Then even you can, what do you call, massage your dough on it while for
Hmm.
bakery stuff. So it is a multi-purpose product, and you can do plating on it also. See, let's say if
Yes.
you have done.
Keys
So
and other things.
yeah, but when I started, I thought like this would be just a cutting board, but after I see my customers using it, it's like a one thing which is usable everywhere.
Yeah.
And even sometimes out of the kitchen, you can use it as a slab for doing some kind of paperwork on it also. So yeah, cutting board, it's the second selling item in my product list. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Got it. All right. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. So I want to talk about your other initiative too. Before we move into that, is there anything else you want to talk about, Tikore? Tikore. See, even I'm mispronouncing it.
okay. I'll share some of the problems that yeah. So that's how some people pronounce it, but that's fine. It's it's a
Tikore.
noun, so you can pronounce it whichever way. So I would like to share some of the challenges that I have faced with Teakore when I started. Teakore was first, the conceptualized when we were in Mumbai, and we thought that this is something which can go global. So we even designed the products from a UK based Japanese designer for the stability of the product, easy handling of the product, which can be which is very important for any kitchen accessory. So we wanted to give the first the prototype. So we made a sample, and it turned out really beautiful. Then uh, then we moved to Imphal in 2016, in July. So we started the first batch of manufacturing, but what happened was, like, our previous the carpenter who was designing our prototype was not the one. We had to hire a new carpenter. So we gave the design to this carpenter, and what happened was, like, it turned out to be a totally different product. They couldn't realize that it should be just plain product. They made it into a flowery, they made flowery designs on the product. You see what Manipuri, wedding furnitures are like. You see all this almirah with the flowers and everything, right? So something like that. Even you can see the flower design on our cutting board. So that was like, the first disaster that happened with us, and we lost,
It's
I
like
think,
they
around
did not
two
follow
three
the
months.
specs. They did not follow the design which you had.
Yes, yes.
Got it.
So what they thought was, like, who will buy such a
Yeah.
simple, the no
Yeah.
design product? That's where that the whole thing was in their head. So we had lost some of our resources in the beginning. Then we also had, if you see some of our my photos, I have shown the packaging. Yeah, the packaging. So we had uh, ordered 1 ton of this packaging from Mumbai, and we had, brought it to Imphal. So on the way, when it was around in Dimapur area, the economic blockade in 2016, late, I think it was in November, that started for 3-4 months. Our packages were stuck on the highway for more than 3 months, and when it to our place, to our warehouse, 20% of our products were damaged, as in like,
Mm.
so that was the second hurdle we had to go through. And all the materials were almost, because it was lying on the road. Sometimes some
Mm.
of them, the packaging got damaged, the covering, and also it got totally wet. So we had the second thing. Then the third is like, I am facing lots of uh, issue shipping my products in bulk, because if I have to ship in bulk, then I have to go by the road transport. So
Mhm.
in Manipur, road transport is still not very reliable, and if I send it by air, it's very costly.
Mhm.
So it actually eats up a lot of, the what do you call it? The cost of my
Mhm.
profit, I would
Mm.
say. So those are the hurdles that I've uh, faced with Teakore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So
but I found it interesting to hear about the design fiasco because I have also noticed sometimes, like when you have a business and you
mhm.
have your design, and the people, I guess, don't understand that, and they feel, oh, this is better, and kind of implement more. So yeah, that's a very good sharing, I think, for everybody who um, gets a contract or who has to do something like going it as per the specs, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
the person who has ordered has thought about it, thought through it, and yeah, so that was interesting.
Good learning, actually.
Yeah. So, how many products did you lose out in that batch?
We had around 200.
Oh
It
wow! So
wasn't
it's
a
a
really,
loss.
yeah, but we have actually modified it into, later on with
Yeah.
a new carpenter. So that's how we make sure we don't, let our products go wasted.
Yeah.
In some way or the other, we try to, tweak the design and then, let it work out. That's how we did. So
Cool.
it consumed double the time for us, but that's fine. I think it's a good learning for everyone.
Yeah.
Learning is good, actually.
Yeah. All right, so this is really good conversation, and we are almost at 30 minutes, and I know we have lots to cover. So let's talk
Yeah,
about Hummingbird.
right. And with the hummingbird, I specifically remember this by me only because I'm like really fascinated with this bird called hummingbird. It's the tiniest bird in the world. It flies, backward, you know, in the to and fro, which is something really fascinating for me. So when we decided that, okay, apart from Teakore, we need to do something for the youth of Manipur, because what we see is that many people are getting, passed out from the, or there are so many youth who cannot come out from Manipur, who are still inside Manipur. They are not able to, decide what to do. Let's say if somebody graduates, is there an option for them to, choose? For me, when I did my BTech, I was offered, jobs in some biotech, labs. Then there was this option for even going to IT firm, Accenture. I had an option of, then I had an option of going for a higher study. But in Manipur, youths in Manipur, we don't have that many options. Like you don't have the, apart from the government jobs, and the, let's say, if you start your own business, apart from these two options, you don't have much area where you can be, easily employed, until unless you are a, very specifically specialized skilled person, like a doctor, or you have, or a nurse. So we thought like we should start a company where we can employ youths, whether they are skilled or unskilled, in large number, where they can earn their own livelihood. That's how Hummingbird started, and we started Hummingbird as a last mile delivery company. So in 2016, that was like there was no Amazon delivery in Manipur. Only very few this thing e-commerce platforms were doing delivery in Manipur. So we thought we can become a partner. So that's how Hummingbird name was came up, uh, to and fro from every nook and corner of the of Manipur. That's how we came up with Hummingbird. But when we started operation in August 2016. Then we operated for 3 months. Then again, this economic blockade happened, and we started delivering for Bunique and Shop Close. Those are the e-commerce platform we started, but we had to stop because there was no parcel coming in because of the blockade. So that was the again the first learning point for Hummingbird. After not inactive for more than 6 months, we started Hummingbird food delivery. During those inactive period, we decided that we need to change our strategy. We need to change our business model. So that's when we started with Hummingbird food delivery. And Hummingbird food delivery came into existence in June 2017. We started with our order, and it's the first food delivery service company based on app. And we do take calls also, and WhatsApp. We try to serve our customers by all means, because there are many who cannot use app. Then we also take orders via social media. So that's how we started with Hummingbird, and we want to customize the service to the taste of our customers here in Manipur. So we also make sure that our customer can order multiple items from multiple restaurants in one order. So that's how
Okay.
we have made it customizable for the customers. Yeah.
So how big is your team, and the coverage within Manipur? If you can talk a little bit on that.
Right now, Uche, we are covering main part of Imphal and the surrounding areas. It's not just Imphal, but we wanted to expand to various districts. But again, for that, we need strong manpower.
Mhm.
And Hummingbird is a company. It's a delivery service. So delivery service requires a lot of heavy operation. It's a very operation heavy service. So there it's mainly the people, the manpower, that actually plays the main role. So we are not able to build that the branch of it yet, but we have plans to start branching out to other districts, and our target is to be present all over Northeast. So it'll go slow, but I'm telling you, we will not stop it.
Yes,
We
definitely.
just
It
want
is
to.
in the goals, and it will happen. I love that.
Right, right,
But
right.
tell me about some of the challenges of um, of the operations, because particularly in Manipur. And then the other aspect, what I want to know is like the tipping culture, because this is a delivery. So I want to
Tip,
understand about, like, does people tip? If they tip, how much? Or is there the culture of tipping at all, like in the context of Manipur?
Yes, I will tell you. So I did not answer the question in the previous one. How many
Yes.
employees? So we are around 50 to 55 people in the company in the delivery service, and the number keeps changing because it's very the team is very I would say the number does not stay fixed, because these are youths from
Yes.
Manipur who are very, they decide the day they don't want to come, they won't come. So and they won't even inform you. So but we try to make sure that our service doesn't get does not get hampered. So approximately 50 to 55. But in this current situation, we are around 30, along with the back office staff. And I think still good. I mean, having a 30 member running in Corona, lockdown is still good for us, I would say. So the challenges that I have faced with the Hummingbird is this people management. Yeah,
Mhm.
the first thing, because like I said, you don't know when they will just not turn up, and you have orders lining up,
Right.
uh, and what I've realized is maybe it's in the culture of Manipur, that people are not very communicative, I would say. They have let's say a simple communication. I will not turn up
Yeah.
today, inform that, but they will not inform that, because maybe that's how people work here. But slowly we are trying to make sure that if they don't call up, we do call them up and say, okay, are you coming today? So this is like one of the step in our business process, daily business process, where you call up all the delivery executives to make sure whether they to know whether they're coming or not. So that's how we do it. Then it's we have a huge team, like managing 30, 40 delivery executives who are in the age of 20 to 30. It's very difficult I try to, I don't manage them directly. Only when I am required, then only I intervene. Otherwise, I have a team. My managers, we have around 5, 6 management, in the management team. So they handle them. But but again, there are some learnings also in this whole process, because there are so many boys or even women. Well, even we have delivery girls, and I'm very happy to see them, because
Yes.
um, yeah, I was like, I have around 4 or 5 of our delivery executives are girls, and I'm very proud of them, I would say. And they are very punctual, and they are very work oriented also. This is where, and I think it's not just the culture, it depends on the individual also, how you want to bring out your uh, the work side of you, the working part of your, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
So uh, I mean, there is a beautiful side to it. Then you have difficulty also managing them. But and one thing is like, in Manipur, we will say youths don't have much say apart from their parents. So it's like, you have to take permission from their parents, kind of thing. So
Mm.
there are many youth who want to be in the delivery business, maybe just during their summer vacation, they want to all the
Yeah.
engineers, even some engineers, engineering students, BTech students came to us saying that, we just want 2, 3 months of being a delivery boy. We said we are fine, but again, the next day their parents, did
Yes.
not allow them to come in. That's
Yes.
how. So
Yeah.
I think this culture of not. I think it's, you should let your kids have an experience of working, earning their own livelihood. Something we should encourage, and
Yeah.
not just look down
Definitely.
as a okay, have I not, I mean, the parents would say, have I not provided enough for you that you want to go out
Right.
and start working? This is how, sometimes they do this to their kids.
Yeah.
And that's a little, we need to change that mindset actually.
Yeah.
And
No, so to that, definitely thank you for sharing that, because what I see in your work is not only creating services and product, but it's creating a change in our culture. It's creating a change in our mindset, right? Because when you pointed out that, yes, I think our communication skills are poor, we really need to up, in the value of RSVP, right? In the culture of saying that, yes, I'll be there, or hey, I have a problem, I'm stuck up, or, whatever be the case, but communicating, right?
right,
Um, and then the other aspect of the culture of, because in the perception of many people amongst the elder, when their children opt for a part-time job as a
right,
delivery person, they think that it's affecting their status or whatever
right,
be the case. And I think now is the time to change, because it's not about the status or it's not about anything. It's about teaching our youth that, you know, you can, the discipline which comes in taking up that job, right?
right, right,
You're learning a lot. And also teaching the children to be financially independent and how much of work you need to earn money, right? Then
true,
only you would value like the money. Otherwise, if the parents just give it like, okay, this is this much, they would never know the value of money. So yes, thank you for bringing that up. And definitely, I think it's a change for
right.
both the youth to convince their parents, and also for the parents to come in part that, yeah, they need to explore. It's an experience, and why not, right? Like, if you're earning some pocket money during the holidays, why not, right?
Right, right.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so let's talk about the tipping. I'm very interested in that.
Okay, so there is a tipping culture definitely, because I would say Manipur people are, many people are, there are many kind people. They would just love to appreciate the work that our executive delivery executives do. So it's like, they will give out whatever they would like to, you know. It can be 100, in even sell like 200, 300, it depends. So, and we make sure that whatever that tip comes, it goes in their own pocket.
Yeah.
We don't take it, it's because it's their hard earned money. And the thanking part comes from the customer to the delivery executive basically. So we make sure that they get the mm, money in their pocket. So
Okay, cool. No, I'm happy to hear that, there are a lot of kind people out there, because, tipping is one thing which, at least when I grew up, it was not so popular in Manipur. And when I
mhm,
came out, and it is such a normal thing. And actually, if you don't tip, like, not that it's frowned upon, but it becomes such a regular part of it. And I really love that, how people support each other, because here, like, a lot of young people, they are in the waitress industry or whatever be the case, and everybody has gone through that process, right? Like, people
mhm,
who are
right,
working, they have gone through that process when they were younger. So I see how
right.
society gives back. And I was like, wow, like, you have the base salary as a waitress, but then you have the additional perks of the tips, which comes to be a good amount. So yeah.
That's, yeah, that's how. um, and even if not, then we also make sure that we have certain targets to the delivery executives. So let's say we say that, okay, you need to deliver 10 orders today. So if
Hmm.
you then the moment you get 10 orders delivered, you get certain incentives. That's how we also incentivize the our delivery executives, so that they are more motivated
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
that's how we also do that.
Yeah, cool. Um, So I wanted to you to touch a little bit about not only food delivery, but you have extended it to delivery of invitation, which I thought
Yes.
awesome, and I wish I knew it when I had some events in Manipur, because that was one of the challenging thing about delivering invitation, and particularly in our culture, as I have learned. People don't like it if you, when they come and visit you, if you give them the invitation, that is not
Mhm.
considered to be respectful. So I have
Yes.
realized that in the culture of Manipur, that the invitation needs to be delivered at home. um,
Right.
so when I saw that you have extended that, I thought it was such an awesome idea. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about that.
uh, Even like this has been a personal experience that when you have a big thing happening in your family and you have limited human resource.
Yeah.
So that's when we thought, like, why not we do this as well. So it is still in a very initial stage, because people find it very interesting, the idea, but still they are reluctant to adopt the service, because the thought that okay, so they don't have people at home, so they are hiring someone else. This is what comes in their mind. So it's not like we have delivered. We have delivered now for a friend's wedding. So these are all known people, who are known to me, who is known to my husband, or to our manager. So those are the known people. That's how we have done it. But still, I mean, they find it very interesting, and still they have to learn to adopt
Mm,
the I would say the that part,
yeah.
where okay, so what will people say is a big
Yeah.
thing in Manipur, I would say.
Yeah.
Starting from everything, personal life to professional life. So I think people are like little reluctant in adopting the service.
Yeah, but you know,
But
it's
it
people
will
like
come.
you, right, who is keeping it out. And so when people think about it, they have an option. So I appreciate you, your team, everybody who's involved, in making this change, in giving alternatives to people, right? Like, I mean, how
Right.
long are we going to be stuck with what will people say, what will
Mhm.
people, and then you struggle your own self. But yeah, it's a fact, right? Yes, you lack human resources. So if I hire the service, it is done in a more appropriate way, in a timely fashion. I don't think there is anything wrong in it, and it is just the awareness of talking it, like how, I'm sure, like today and in the replay, as people are watching, when we are having this conversation, you'll talk about it, knowing that there is a service there if we
True,
want to,
true.
right? So that is the big thing.
Yeah, so I want to know, I want my the audience right now to know that it's a very good way of a professional way of delivering your invitations, because at times many friendships, many relationships have broken because just one invitation. Okay, I know few people in my known circle where and maybe the younger generation does not have that much of problem if an invitation is not sent to you. But I think our previous generation, like my father's generation, I've seen their friendship broken because uh, a friend sons is getting married, and he sent out the invitation through a relative, and that relative did not deliver the invitation. So the friend thought that, okay, this friend of mine hasn't sent me his son's wedding invitation, so he is not including. So he
Hmm.
felt bad, and they're not in talking term because of that. So to not make such blunders, I think people who have adopt a service like ours, because again we will be showing you the proof of delivery, who received your invitation. We will have a list of evidence of whether the invitation has been delivered successfully or not. So
Okay.
uh, I think we should not be reluctant to use the service.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. Is there any other extended services?
We started with laundry service also, because we see nowadays not every household have the time. Actually, time is the constraint, and that is where the delivery service becomes very helpful. So you don't have the time to wash your clothes, not the daily one. Even daily ones are fine, but let's say the huge blanket that you want to keep away for storage after the winter season. You don't have the space to what do you call, dry it in the sun nowadays, because in Imphal city the area, the space constraints have come up. That's what I realized. So and then you have all these white clothes, like the dhoti, then the
Yes.
all this ceremonial clothes. You don't have the time and the energy to wash them, so you can we help them in washing it. We have a certain laundry service providers who are our partners. We pick up the clothes from our customer, give it to the laundry partners. They uh, give it back to us, and we deliver it back to the customer. That's how. So it's very convenient.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's how we.
love it, love it. Yeah, love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing both your initiative, because one, is targeting international, I would say, because I see that your company is going to grow, right? It's national and international, and the one is more focused into the service of
The
people
local.
in Manipur. So I
Yeah.
love it. So I know we are having such a lovely conversation, but we are almost at time, and I do want to go to our one of my favorite project, Thagachari, and
Yes, yes.
want to invite you to take a moment and share and nominate people in your personal space at the level of Manipur and at the global level,
Mhm.
um, to be grateful, to be thankful about.
Right. I would like to thank many people in my life, then not only one who has impacted my life. I'll start with my personal, gratitude that I would want to pay. The one person that I would like to say thank you is my mother. She has been the source of all, encouragement. She has been the source of motivation, and the never give up thing comes from her. And my mother's name is Dhanamanjuri, Ngangbam Dhanamanjuri. She is also the first physiotherapist in Manipur, and now she's based in Ames, Delhi. uh, from her, from the very beginning, she has always taught me that, see, being a woman, whether you marry the richest man on this earth or the poorest man on this earth, you need to have financial independence. You need to have a career. So this is what she taught me from the day she realized that I can start learning new things. So thank you so much. That has been the biggest help in my life. I love her a lot. There has been like lots of sacrifices that she has made for us, and I would like to make her proud. So, I mean, I have so much of thankfulness for her. Then within if I say if I have to thank people around me in my state right now in Manipur, I will say I thank all the imas and all the iches who are in Imake Hill, who are also not in just Imake Hill, but like who are in the business, and they not just business, I would say, whether in any profession, who are actually creating an identity out of something, thank you so much to them, because they are the foundation of what women of Manipur can be in future. So their courage, their determination to make a difference in the society has been the learning learning point for me, as well as an encouragement for me to be a successful entrepreneur. uh, and with the global individual that I would like to thank. Recently, I'm very, very grateful to this young lady called Greta, Thunberg. She is something that I would really, really, thank her, because at this time she is and talking straight to the world leaders, saying that what you guys are doing is not good for the future. You need to take care of the environment, you need to take care of the the survival of the future. So I'm thankful to her, because I have two kids. They will grow one day, they will have their kids, and their kids will have kids. And if we don't take care of our earth, our planet, where is their future? I don't see any future. So this is something that we need to, like, think about. Even when I as a person, doing business, whether am I sustainable to this planet, or am I doing something sustainable for this planet? This is where, am I doing something really going to impact the climate? Because if earth is not there, then all this dream, all this money thing is not, it doesn't matter anymore. So she is someone I love, and I'm thankful she came up, because I can see a future where people are standing up for what is right. So
Awesome, awesome nomination. Love all your nomination. So, what I'm going to do is, I see comments from our listener. Thank you so much for commenting. We are going to pick up some of the comments and then have an interaction. So, keep on commenting. Give love to our awesome, beautiful, wonderful entrepreneur, Lakshmi, for her
thank
work, for her team. We need to support each other on all this initiative. So while you guys are commenting, Lakshmi, what I want to do is, I'll bring up your album and let's go
you.
through the pictures.
Yeah.
um, and if you can provide a commentary, that would
Yes,
be awesome.
definitely. Yes.
So let's do that. Yeah, I always run out of time because my guest speaker are so awesome and we have so many beautiful things to
There's so
talk.
many things to, like, talk about.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. So let me bring it up. And I'm going to make it a single screen. I love this picture.
Uh, this was like clicked at the store where I keep my product, the Horizon store, which is in Lamphel. This was clicked for my project, Her and Now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to see
Shy
if I
person,
can.
little introvert. So I don't, like, I don't share much of my photos, and also this was the time I clicked with my product.
Okay.
And this is the store, actually. So we were just setting up with the cameras and all for the project. So that's how. So I'm just sharing it. uh, Yeah, this is again one of the pop-up store, and I don't attend much, melas and all this sales, but this was the first time I attended in Dweller store in Lamphel. That's where Elizabeth Yambem invited me. She's a very sweet young entrepreneur.
Yeah, and
So
Elizabeth, we are still waiting for you in our show. I know we have you lined up.
there's beautiful ideas, and I participated with my products. So, and this is like one of the yeah, my.
I love the packaging. How did you decide on the lower half of the design?
So this is the leaf of teak and the cone, then
Ah,
flower. That's
got it.
how, yeah, this is how we decided to. And we had a, very talented designer.
How about
That's
the flower?
flower also. This is the flower actually. So that's the we got the we have it represents the teak flower itself.
Got it.
Yeah, that
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. So how did you finally like what were the other alternatives of the name? You know?
We I think this was the first time we decided, and that's when there was no other alternative.
Yeah,
We
that's
thought through
awesome.
and they're like, okay, so that's a spatula, and we also emboss our logo with
Yeah,
our
I
this
saw that
electric,
here,
and
right?
it's a electric machine.
Yeah, over
So it burns the wood. It doesn't print on it. It burns the wood actually, just to make it more natural, and which is we want to make it food safe. So we don't want any chemicals printed on it. So it's
Yeah, I
very
love
natural.
this shape. I love this shape, little bit elongated.
Hmm.
So, to all our listeners, again, encouraging you to look it up, think about gift item. When you think about gift item, think about choosing products made, in Manipur to
Right.
support the products.
So some of the photographies that we've done.
This is the big one which you were
Yeah,
talking about, which is
yeah. So there's another size, which is almost square shape. And so this is more rectangular.
okay.
Yeah. So this is the smaller one, and these are the pizza peel. So we have like apart from the online buyers, we have some restaurants who had so this is the wood wax that I was talking about, and these are
Mm,
the unfinished half done this thing which are yet to be polished and sanded to make it finished product. So that's the photo. And there you have some of the initial, I told Che, the first designs.
mhm.
So after, cutting out all the flowery stuff, this is how we came out with the, final samples.
Got it.
Then these are some of the customized furniture that I have done for my, client, not client, but my known friends.
Okay.
So that's how I keep them busy, my carpenters. These are again how when I launched my product on Amazon, then Pepper Fry. Now I am also recently I've launched it on Any Origin.
Okay.
So this is something very interesting. Amazon Launchpad was like a platform of Amazon where new ideas were launched, and Teakore was I don't know whether there is any other, but was the only product that was selected for Launchpad from
Mm,
North.
that's beautiful. That's nice.
So,
But you know what yeah, so that's why like I know that I saw a comment on why we are doing our show in English, and I just want to say that we are targeting international national audience, and when people look up and Google, this is
mhm.
how we are going to increase the hit rate and get our presence. And so for me, it is in my goal that um, we are doing people of Manipur so that we elevate our people, our product at the national and international level. So when you talk about Amazon Launchpad, I strongly believe that yes, there are people who want to support and elevate products and initiative of the Northeast, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I think, and communication is where the uh, the importance lie, because until unless you communicate to the customers, you cannot, they won't know what are the products available also. So whether it be in English or Hindi,
Right.
reach the audience. So this is when like I was selected for the Her and Now project as one of the cohort. We were, I think, 12 of us from Manipur who got selected for in the acceleration program.
Yeah, congratulations. That's when I came to know about you, which is why I want to share to all of our audience, right? See, Manipur
Right.
is such a small place, but you have been doing this for years. I have heard of Hummingbird though before,
Hmm.
but I didn't know about Teakore, right?
Right.
And
I
why
haven't
is
done
that?
much
Because we
promotion
haven't
also.
really spoken about it. And when
Right.
I like, because they covered it, I'm like, wow, why did I not know about it? I'm from Manipur, right? So that's why it's so important for all of us to be talking about it.
Right.
I love
So this,
this picture and your team.
yeah, with my team again, this was click for that Hummingbird. Sorry, the Her and Now project.
Yes, so thank you to all the team members of Hummingbird. I really love that you guys are out in the field,
Yeah.
delivering food and baton, which is like very, very, so very important in our
Right.
in our society. So thank you.
Right. So that's the office. You can see there are three or four doors. The first two are used for for hummingbird operation, and the last two I have kept my the inventory of decor there. So it's kind of warehouse come hummingbird office.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I okay, so that's our hummingbird logo, and it's not just a logo, it's a mascot. It will change its looks as with the current situation. You will see that in the next picture. So this is one of our poster of how that's when we launched our app. And that is the team that we 2 years back we had participated in one of the competition organized by Likla. So we click that photo. Otherwise, we don't have like much time to click photo. We are so much busy taking order, shouting from one end saying, okay, the delivery is getting late, this that. So
Yeah, oh, this is awesome. Oh, look at that. This is really
So
beautiful.
I'll tell you, Jeff, this photo has been one of the most viewed of our hummingbird photo. This was clicked, I think, 3 years back when last to last year. It was last to last year. It was a very heavy, there was a heavy rainfall that rainy season, and the places were getting flooded. So one of our delivery boys just came back, after delivering. That's when we clicked the photo, and thousands and thousands of people, 10,000, I think more than 10,000 views have been made of this picture. And I think many people commented also saying that, okay, thank you, or they were feeling for us also, for the delivery boys, that okay, they are working so hard to make sure that the orders get reached to the customers.
Yeah,
So I
definitely. Yeah, I love this picture and I appreciate this service because personally for me, many people ask me, how do I do what I do, right? I have a full time job, I'm a mom, I do my talk show, I do a lot of things. And I get back my time um, because I outsource my food. I support the food industry and I actually use a lot of delivery. So,
right,
which is why I personally feel like for your initiative, for your team, because of your service, you are supporting a lot of people in doing what they want to do, right? So, to me, this is like very personal to me because really, my children laugh and say, "Oh, Mama, are we supporting the food industry today, or are you cooking?"
oh, the
So yeah, so I really appreciate that, right? Like with the help of the app, you order and you um, get the food what you want, even if you are not able to go out. So it's an awesome service, which I really support personally too.
Thank you, Che. That is like, oh, we have named our mascot as Paibi. That's his name. And that
So
is when we got a, yeah, Paibi's birthday is celebrated. So we have made it as him as a, real person. So it's like we have an account of Paibi also on Facebook. So
okay.
you can, that's the poster of when we launched then Baton service. Or then this photo was clicked when the COVID-19 the lockdown started in the month of March, where we had invited a team of doctors and who had done a briefing to our delivery executives and the staff of how to prepare yourself as a delivery boy to prevent all the preventive measures that they need to take so that they are not a carrier of the virus, as well as they don't
Hmm.
that's how it was done. And
Yeah. So
so
protection and prevention.
yeah, so all these gloves, and we ensure that, and this is when we had started delivering, and we collaborated with one of the NGO called Yaol. They were working for all the youths who were staying in rented houses. So when the lockdown started, they couldn't move out from their rented houses, so we had delivered all this groceries, and even we did medicine delivery also
Mm.
during this lockdown, so that mm, that's more convenient for everyone.
Yeah.
And
So
we
in
did it
this
for,
time, what I'm hearing is, particularly when, say, some people are quarantined and they need delivery, they have the option to call your team and, be it food, be it grocery, they can
right.
assist.
So for the quarantine part, we try not to, like, we take special precautions
Yeah.
while delivering them. And in case if we know that, okay, the area is very badly contaminated, then we don't even deliver, because you
Mm.
know um, delivering, yeah. So
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, so we don't want to like spread
Yeah.
the disease. So that's how.
Okay.
That's my mother.
Now coming to the Thagachari part. Okay, so this is your mom. So Thagachari to Ima. Yes, I
Right,
definitely love your nomination. It is because of the values instilled by mothers like yours, which shapes the thinking of young women like you,
right.
right? Because of the value your mother has taught from childhood, you thought about what you want to do, how independent you want to be, and I see that reflection in you. So yes, thank you, Ima.
Yeah, she's made me it's like I'm a very stubborn person also, I think, and it runs in the family. My sibling, everyone. So it's good in a way to be
Yeah,
stubborn.
yeah. Like stubborn, it may seem stubborn to someone, but I would say that it is you pursuing what you want and not
True.
wavering because of what somebody else wanted you to do. I
Right.
would say that it is being the high achiever quality of being focused on what you want to achieve, what you need to be focused on. So I'm all for stubbornness, if there is the alternative word people want to call.
Yeah, yeah. I also think it that way only.
And to all the women of Manipur, and definitely here is a picture of Ima
Yeah,
Keitel and to Greta.
yeah.
Awesome.
Kreta,
And
and I chose this picture because this picture, she shouting because the anger that the feeling that she has, it's very visible on this photo. So it's not like she's just
yeah. So good, good. I love that you didn't choose like a smiling picture or something. Like it's really reflecting on, what she's speaking about, her passion, her energy on the cause. Okay, so I see that Lakshmi's video is frozen a bit. So while we are checking on and waiting on her video, I'm going to look into our comments. Vinny, good evening. Jay and Luxmibai Soubam, thank you so much. Anita Wycombe, good evening. Thank you, thank you. And Raj Kumari Ranjana, good evening. Manipuri da Warisana Badiya Dabara. So thank you for your comment. Rajkumari Ranjana, I Manipurina Kumzarage. Akoina people of Manipur Taubakanda, English na Taubaya Ragadi, Akoina English na Tauzerisi, Akoigi guest speaker, si national amadi international level the expose taunaba mayamda khangnanabagi akoina English khanjabani. For example, today akoina Lakshmi gi pot phaja phajaraba mayamsi international national gi mi akoigi Manipur gi context ta yengba search tauragadi akoigi interview si taurakanda soidana ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯣꯖ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯟꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯤꯄꯜ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯔꯤꯁꯁꯦ ꯏꯪꯂꯤꯁꯇ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯒꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯤꯗ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯋꯥꯔꯧꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯌꯨꯝꯅꯥꯝ ꯖꯤꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯛꯏ yes giving up is not an option for entrepreneur ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯛꯏ JJ Mosna Hai and Habirai Tampa Guptana. Awesome idea, and it was definitely much needed. Way to go. Thank you so much. Vinny has shared a comment from a different group from Rameshwari Piyam. Yam Nungsiye Luxmibai Ekhoigi Dynamic Lady. I am proud of you. Thank you so much. Manipur is deprived by nature. I think Manipur is really blessed with wonderful, talented people as well as a lot of natural resources. Maipam Vaneshwari Devi commented, I like the idea of keeping the tip to the pocket of the delivery executive, which will make the delivery boy more interested in their work. Yeah, that's so lovely that it is an additional perk, for the person who is delivering. So whoever has had the opportunity to use Hummingbird, we already got the feedback that we have a lot of kind people who are tipping very well in Manipur. Keep on doing that, and thank you for it. Sunil Singh return says, good idea, sister. Being an independent woman is more needed in the current scenario, regardless of profession. Yes, definitely. Chinglai like Ching, from richest man, you can get financial independence, but not from the poor guys. So this was in the conversation of how and why woman needs to be financially independent, even when even if you do get married to a rich person, I think that satisfaction, that that satisfaction will not be there. So all right, so welcome back, Lakshmi. We lost you for a bit, and
Hello.
I am picking up the comments and
Thank you.
sharing it with
Sorry, cannot.
everyone. Yeah, yeah, no
Okay.
worries, no worries. And let's see. Yeah, so Chinglai, like Ching was giving the comment about from richest men, you can get financial independence, but not from the poor guys. So I was adding my thoughts on Even if you do get married to the richest man and you may get financial independence, you may not be fully satisfied and in feeling that, oh, I can buy this on my own, or I can buy a gift for my mom or my dad, or whatever be the case. Getting it from somebody and buying it versus earning it and buying it, there is a lot of difference in your uh,
Difference, yes.
self-esteem and satisfaction. So I just wanted to throw that out. I'm not condoning anybody who is dependent financially, but I'm just um, throwing out options on why we need what we do. Jinglai says, Iche Monica, you're looking great today. Thank you, thank you. Shashikanta Hidangmayum says, hats off to the young entrepreneur. For the delivery executive, it's my humble reminder that once Abdul Kalam worked as newspaper delivery boy. Thank you so much, Sashikanta,
Yes.
for sharing. Yes,
And yes, Abdul Kalam is one who inspires me also in a national level. It's just a
right.
very humble
Yeah, and
person.
when we look back at all the jobs we do, and people who have done very well, you would always see how humble they have been and how you have treated every job with dignity. And just to share my own experience, I am working in the IT industry, but I have gone through my struggles, and there has been time where I was out of a job and I was in transition. And in US, there was a time where I worked with minimal wage as a caregiver,
Right.
to older people, and I just love that experience. That is one of the experience I really treasure even today, even though my salary was minimum wage. So I just wanted to
Yes.
throw that out. When you think about a job, think about it as your experience, think about it as your journey in your life, and one day you can tell the story that, hey, when I was taking a break during my engineering time, I worked and delivered food in Imphal and got to meet a lot of different wonderful people, or got to explore the locality, or it could be much.
Locality, yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much to everybody who have commented and keeping our session very interactive. And I know today we have taken a lot of time, but I
Right.
absolutely had a wonderful, wonderful time learning about your initiative. And I'm sure you'll come back to our show, telling us more on your progress, your team. And with that, I want to um, ask you if you have any last minute sharing or any questions for me before we end the show.
I don't have any questions, but I would like to send some message to everyone, the youth of Manipur, uh, or maybe like anybody who is a youth in any part of this world. So no job is small, so you should not be reluctant to take up any job. It's an experience, and and whatever you get, it's your hard earned money or hard earned experience. And people who are in Manipur, we have Manipur is a land of opportunity, so we should always you know look for areas where we can do something about it, not just sit back and say, oh, my parents haven't arranged a job for me in the government. So that the mentality has to go. And it's like you can do a lot of things in Manipur, and I have so many ideas I would like to work on. I have just few uh, energy and time, so I'm not able to do it. But every one of us can contribute in the development and the betterment of the society here in Manipur. So,
Yeah,
so please don't sit back and don't just gossip around, and just don't waste your time. You have lots of things that you can do. So this
yeah,
is what I want to send it
definitely.
back
Love
to
it. Yeah,
people here.
love it, love it. Yeah, definitely. Gossiping is a toxic behavior. We
Yeah.
learn it as part of our high achiever workshop I lead. So, instead of sitting and complaining or thinking about, waiting for a government job, think about what can I do, and it's people
True.
like Lakshmi and her team and her um, founder who sits and think out of the box and say that, okay, what can I do? What can I create, right? And not waiting
True.
and seeing, and um, even the ideas like are changing with the environment, right? And you can see it in her work,
Right. Right.
tweaking the delivery to for invitation, tweaking it for laundry service. So these are all like you stay in the place and you think, what does the people need? How can they benefit from our service? So I
True.
love it, and a very, very great message to end our show. Keep watching our show, people of Manipur. And if you are doing something and we have not covered you, this is your platform. We want to know about people who are making a change, who are having ideas, because we want to talk about it, and we want to create a ripple effect of the change of the mind, which we all are inspired of. So, with that, we will end today's show. Thank you so much, Lakshmi, for being in our show, and we will talk again soon.
Thank you so much, Ike, for yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for all the love.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And keep sharing. When you watch this video, if you like it, if you're inspired, share it, because that's how we would improve and expand, what we do. So thank you so much. Bye. Have a great weekend.